Hello, hello, hello. This is Adrienne of Black Women Promote and the Women of Vision. And we are gathering together here to talk with some of our speakers of the 2024 Women of Vision event, just to get some feedback from them and to find out what they're doing with their lives, and so that you can know a little bit more about them. Well, today I've got Tammy Polk here and Erica, the money coach, is here. And I am just so excited to have these ladies here. Now, you guys will not be seeing me live because I'm just going to host this from the background because I'm not at my best today. But I'm sure that these two ladies have a lot to say. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this music down just a little bit. And let's start with Tammy, because Tammy was the first to show up here. And I want to thank you, Tammy, by the way, for doing such an amazing job. Hit your sound button. I'm not sure if your sound, there you go. Tammy, I just want to thank you because, first of all, Tammy was Johnny on the spot. She was the only woman to get in all 10, because I told every girl that was participating that they had 10 chances to speak. And Tammy was like, okay, bet. I want to thank you so much, Tammy, because everything you shared was awesome. I just got finished putting your last talk into the replay just now. So tell us a little bit more about you and how, I know you're a writer, but you are an amazing speaker too.
Yes, so I do a lot. So when Adrienne came to me, came to the group rather, and said that we could submit 10 talks, I have 174 books. So I was like, I'm pretty sure I can find 10 of these jokers to talk about.
I love it.
I'm a t-shirt girl. So I literally chose my books for the 10 talks based on what I had a t-shirt for. Because I told Adrienne, I said, look, I'm going to do these videos for the summit house in Abercrombie. Don't be mad if you see these talks on the YouTube. And so when I was going through my t-shirt collection, the 10 shirts that y'all saw were the 10 were the 10 books that I did. And one of the ladies messaged me and she said, sweetheart, are you legit wearing a different shirt?
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, so I said, look, I repurpose. So it was, I had a great time doing it. Adrienne probably wonders if I have slept because I think I did 6 of those the same day.
Yeah.
And so Adrienne is like, you're not human. No, I'm not.
I had to shout you out. Like, first of all, the fact that you had t-shirts to go with every single book and every single talk. Like, this girl is on it. Like, on it. And here's the crazy part. I got one of Tammy's shirts at my house. Like, I got it. Tammy, you hit me with one of them. So I know her marketing works, and her t-shirts, by the way, are great. And your talks are amazing. You are definitely a star. Thank you so much for, wow. I mean, you just brought your essence into this Women of Vision for 2024. And we're going to be promoting you all year. I'm just saying. All year I can see us promoting Tammy and those books and the t-shirts. So this has just been beautiful. Thank you.
Yes, I had a great time. The ladies were super responsive. I do have to actually write the book for one of the talks. Well, not write it. I have to finish it. but that is coming. But my goal was just to show any authors in the group, whether they were aspiring or seasoned, what you can do
I love that.
with your books. I love showing people what's possible, and I'm a big proponent of picking up your book and talking.
I love that. And one of the things you said just a moment ago, but one of the things I think one of your talks was on was repurposing. Oh my gosh. There is so much value in repurposing. Oh my gosh. So,
It truly is. It truly is. And I think that's what a lot of people miss. They always see that they have to create something new. No, you don't.
mm-mm, mm-mm,
You
no,
don't.
no. I mean, it's the part of what of the idea for the Women of Vision was to be evergreen. And so I love the idea that you repurposed things that were already available to you. And these are evergreen, these are yours forever, right? So you can promote them at any time for any event. And this is beautiful. It's exactly the message we wanted to get across to all the women. Like, your voice for this event is beautiful for this event, but we can repurpose everything you've done for this event all year and just keep pumping you up all year. And I just wanted more women to understand that and to get that. And I think one of your talks really hit on that, like about the value of repurposing. And it's just amazing. I thank you so much for your knowledge.
Yes, and one thing that I didn't share is that out of the 10 talks that I did, only 2 of those books are new.
Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah,
Most
you're
of
a
those,
walking advertisement for repurposing.
yeah. So most of what I talked about was written in either 2016,
Hmm.
17, 18, or 19.
Wow. Okay.
So
Wow.
only 2 or 3 of those are recent. And what I mean by recent was in the last 3 years.
Wow. That is,
So
yeah, you're a
yeah.
testament.
If you click the Amazon links and scroll down and look at the publication dates, you'll be pleasantly surprised.
Love it, Tammy. That is, it's just beautiful. I'm going to be talking about the fact that you shared these amazing talks that are still as evergreen and valid in 2024 as when you recorded them, most likely in 2016 or 2017 or 2018. They're just as valuable. And whoever hears them is going to get just as much value out of them. So thank you. Thank you for that.
You are most welcome.
Now I see Jen Winters down there, and I see Erica, the money coach, down there. Jen, I would love to have you say a couple of words because Jen gave the speech that made me cry.
Oh my goodness. Can you hear me? I just want to make sure you guys can hear me.
Jen.
Okay, fantastic. So I am driving. That is why I am not on camera. Yeah, I was taking swimming lessons. So me and the swim coach got into a 3-hour conversation. I should have been done a long time ago. But hello, ladies. It is so nice to be here with you.
So nice
and Adrienne, you have my heart, like for always and forever. Just, meeting you in the spiritual group that we were in before, forming a new one together, and now this. And Tammy, I just want to kind of piggyback off what you were talking about with repurposing, because I did hop on just a few minutes late. I love that, because the talk that I actually gave for this presentation was the, I guess, preemptive talk for a course that I was trying to build out in 2020. But unfortunately, I was involved in a massive car accident, so that course got put on hold. But the fact that the talk is still relevant to now, like you said, your content from 2017 is still relevant to now. Because you know what it is? Even though life changes, I feel like our problems and the challenges that we face and the celebrations that we are excited about, they all still stay the same.
Yeah.
So a lot of the stuff that we share is still marketable. And for all business people out there, it's still marketable.
Mm-hmm.
So don't lose hope because it's not working in the moment. Because it might not work for the people that you're marketing to, but your people will find you. They will find you.
true. It's so true. And just think if either of you had given up on these talks that you have done or the work that you already put out there, we wouldn't have been blessed with it in this event. So yeah, you guys are both walking advertisements for repurposing because I was touched by both of you and what you did. And believe me, I am just grateful to you, Jen and Tammy, for sharing your work that you already had with us because I think the right people are going to hear that and it will touch them. For them, it's the first time.
Yeah, yeah, and I love that. And I will say that my talk is actually two parts, and I don't know if you had realized that, Adrienne. The first part is actually the talk behind it and the teaching, and then the second part is the meditation that goes along with it. So the last 15 to 20 minutes or so is actually meant so that way you can kind of sit back, relax, and allow all of that stuff that we were talking about in my talk to come up. And just acknowledge that, like, hey, having thoughts during meditation is okay. That's the way my body is releasing stress for me. And it's bringing it to my awareness so I can say, hey, I want to keep that and work on it. Or you know what, I'm ready to let that go and lose some weight because I'm all about the emotional constipation, the emotional digestion, and that emotional weight loss. And I don't mean physical, I mean energetic. And a lot of people look at me like I'm crazy, like, what are you talking about? But it's the energy of a lot of life experiences. And then the biggest thing is that we don't give ourselves time to process it. And, you know, the most important time, which I'm going to give away one of my keys because I love just telling everybody about it, is our digestive fire is the highest during the 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. time window. That's why, like, in the middle of the day, people take siestas and they have lunch and all that stuff. That's actually really true that it works like that. Mm-hmm. And the key is that on the flip side of our clock, from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m., our body, if we have our eyes closed, knows to go within and start digesting those experiences we had today. But so many of us don't sleep at that time. So many of us are up on the phones, keeping our melatonin from kicking on. But it's so important to give yourself that time, to give your body that signal like, hey, no, we're not digesting physical food. We're digesting all of the emotional and the energetic fuel that we took in for the day. So if you guys take anything away from any of my talks, that is the key, you know, to kind of the first step in processing all of that. And this being around all of you women and hearing the stuff that you had to share is just, it's amazing. Like, I'm still immersing myself in it little by little because there's just so much. And Adrienne, I have to give you kudos the way it is set up, because I've been a part of a couple summits over the last couple of days. The way yours is set up is so user-friendly and so beautiful that I really want to thank you, especially with all, you know, that you're facing, that you were able to do this for us and for everybody who's going to be hearing what we have to say.
Thank you so much, Jen. That means the world to me. And my heart is so full, like everything. Thank you so much. And I just want to say something too about the 10 to 2, what you were just talking about.
Yeah.
I had heard that from a Sajaguru. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, from India.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep, it comes from India. Yep.
Yes, he spouts that about not eating between 10 and 2 and trying to eat between 10 and 2 a.m. to 2 p.m. But a lot of people do eat in the middle of the night. And he's like, don't do that, right? And when you said that, I'm like, oh, that resonates so deeply with me because I am a night eater and I have.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and and it's something that it's comfortable because in the evening, our body, the digestive fire does go back on. That's why we midnight snack, but it's not set up naturally to process the heavy food. Whereas during the day it is, because then you continue to move. Whereas at night you go right back to sleep, and where does it go? It doesn't get burned off. It doesn't get used. It just gets stored. And that's, where the physical weight starts to put on. So it really is a thing that there's so many little things that our body does. And like for me, my biggest thing is connecting you with that inner healer to be able to say, hey, you know what, my body's telling me no. What is it within me? And a little bit in my story that I shared, what is it within me that I've been taught to stop listening to that message? Why am I so disconnected from it? And the importance of reconnecting so that way you can feel at your optimal, you can feel balanced, and you feel that wellness just kind of start to flow within you and all around you. And it's a beautiful thing. So
It is
I
beautiful.
appreciate that you acknowledge, because acknowledgement is the first part.
And I'm just glad that you were able to share that with me, because whatever you were working on, keep working on it. It's beautiful. Your message, it touches people. It's beautiful. And it
Thank
just
you,
got
love.
me hard. I guess maybe because I've got weight issues, but it got me. Like you got me. Okay. I just want you to know that no matter what.
I love you. Oh, I wish I could hug you.
I see Erica, the money coach, just showed up. So I want to give Erica a chance to say a few words. Erica, can you unmute and say hello to everyone?
Hello there, everyone. Good to be here.
Erica, I want to thank you because Erica was part of our original Women of Vision, I swear, like in 2019 or through 2020. And then somewhere along the line, we kind of lost touch. We were still connected, but I hadn't heard from her in a few. And I reached out and I just kind of just gently nudged her. And it was so great to see that she got back involved in everything. I'm so grateful to you. And Erica actually gave us, I think it was 4 or 5 talks. I just uploaded your last one, which I think was either insurance or budgeting, but she really broke it down like from financial, insurance, budgeting, all these different steps. And Erica had reached out to me. I personally had been, I had identity theft. I'm still working on it. I still have to contact the authorities and all the things, but she was so kind enough to reach out to me. And that's how we reconnected because I was honest about being I got identity theft. Someone got a car in my name. They got a car, you guys. I do not have a car. They got a car. So I am going to get them to the fullest extent of the law. Luckily they're paying on the car. It's crazy. So what do you recommend, Erica, to people out there, whether it's dealing with identity theft, their insurance, or budgeting, just their financial knowledge? What would you like to share with us today about that?
Oh my goodness, those are multiple things that you talked about there. Well, I guess let's see if we want to start with identity theft, making sure that you are checking out your credit report, right? So you can get them annualcreditreport.com. That's the free one from the government. Or even like credit wise, it's a lot of financial institutions who are allowing us to have our credit reports for free as well. So I would just say make sure that you're looking at that every 3 to 4 months because each credit bureau is different and different creditors report not to all of them. So you want to make sure that you're looking at all 3 to make sure that nothing's popped up on there that is not yours. Or if you see yourself receiving a lot of new mail with, purchase this, new credit cards, that's the time when you want to check your credit report. In regards to insurance, of course, you want to make sure you're properly protected, right? Your life. We have insurance on our phones, right? On our iPhones, our $1,500 iPhones, but we have no life insurance on ourselves. So we want to make sure that we are properly protected when it comes to our family, how we want our family to live when we are not here, not if we are not here, but when. I tell people, nobody's getting out of this thing alive. So you want to make sure that you're protected. And then as far as finances in general, the foundation, as I chatted about in one of my talks, is the budget. You got to know your numbers. You got to know your net worth. You got to know where you're going, like what's your goal, where you're headed. And looking at your numbers, just like you go to the doctor and they give you your numbers, do the same thing for your finances. Do annual checkups. If something's not feeling good, then take a look at your numbers. So that's 3 or 4 things that I talked about there. So that's what I would say start with.
It's great advice, Erica, because here I was thinking, oh, there's nothing special about me or my credit or anything. But over the last 20 years, I had stopped using credit cards, stopped buying big purchases because I'm 61. I'm preparing for my retirement. And to me, my credit was how I was planning to live on my retirement. So I wasn't even paying attention to it. And the fact that someone saw the gold or diamonds that I was just not even paying attention to, I mean, they've got credit cards, they got cars, they've got they're
Wow.
their life on my credit while I'm not even using my credit. And that to me is the most disgusting thing. People don't realize that our credit is our gold. Like it is our diamonds in our back pocket, and we don't even realize that it is. So I want to thank you, and I highly recommend if you have any fear or any questions about your finances, do reach out to Erica because there is so much involved in our finances and our credit and stuff like that that I'm not even still I'm confused. Like I can't even believe that someone could do the things that were just done. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, someone got a freaking apartment under my credit. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. But that shows you how valuable our credit is. And we have to protect that like we are protecting our lives.
Absolutely. And it's something where um, even if you see like small charges on your account, right, that it could be them checking to see if it's a good account, and then they'll do a little bit higher. So if they see someone's social security number is dormant, maybe they think the person has passed on, they'll just try to use it. So you definitely want to make sure that you are, on top of that. Like I said, you can get them for free. So make sure you're constantly looking at it to see if there's any changes. And I would just also venture to say, sometimes we do it ourselves. We want to do it ourselves, but we didn't learn this stuff in school, right? So if we don't know what we're looking for, like I said, if your goal, a lot of people's goal, they say, I want to be debt free. And I say, well, what happens after that? Right. So you want to be debt free, but why do you want to be debt free? What is it something that you're not getting that you think you will get when you're debt free? So we want to make sure that we're working on not just today, but tomorrow as well. So it's definitely, speak to someone when it comes to your finances. Even if you're already doing a great job yourself, you want to make sure that you're on track. So just getting a second opinion is always good as well.
Definitely. And something else you said was like if you start getting notices, one of the things that ticked me off, Erica, was I start getting emails that was saying, oh, your loan has been approved. Oh, you're in the final step for your loan. Oh, you've been approved. Just claim your money. Click here to, finish the process. And I'm like, finish what freaking process? What the hell are you talking about? I haven't applied for a loan since 1988. That's craziness. My daughter was 1. Like the idea that someone is out there actually actively applying for loans, using my email, using my social security number. I'm in shock that it can get this bad. But it's obviously how some people are living right now. And if they see that you got credit, you are a target. And man, I never imagined, never. I just thought
Exactly.
I got over 700. Like I thought I was doing something, but to think that someone targeted me because my credit was over 700 or whatever, I'm angry. I'm so angry, Erica, and I don't know how long it's going to take me to clear this up. Usually when someone goes through this, how long does it take them to get this kind of thing in check?
It depends on the depth of the fraud and the theft. It can take anywhere from a couple of weeks. I know for myself when someone they must have used a scanner and got my card information. I was just able to contact my bank, and within about a month, they refunded me my money. But for some people, like for yours, unfortunately, it can take months or even years to get that cleared up. So, you want to make sure that you're working, if you can, with a professional to kind of take that weight off of yourself because you have to, like you said, contact the police. Then you also have to contact the creditor, the credit bureau. Then you have to contact the creditor. So it's a lot of time and effort on your end, on our end, to try to get this cleared up. So you want to work with a professional to make sure that you're covering all bases, make sure you put a credit freeze on your account. So it can take weeks, it can take years. It really just depends.
It's been crazy because I've had trouble just doing the credit freeze. And just for anyone who's going, if you ever go through this, what happened was I tried to contact, I think it was Experian. Well, they have like these questions, and this is how I found out I was identity theft. And they were asking me about with the loans and the car payments and places I never lived at. And I'm like, what the F is going on? Like, I have no car at this time. My last car purchase was 20 some years ago. I have no, I've lived in the same apartment for 6 years, and I've lived in the same state for 14. So it's like, whoa, I don't know what's going on, but I've not moved. I've not changed. I've not purchased anything. I have no credit cards. I'm living, I thought I was living, if I can afford it, I'll buy it. If I can't afford it, I don't. That's the way I lived on purpose. So it's the idea that someone would go in and do that. And I couldn't even verify myself because there's so much bad credit. You're asking me about apartments I never lived in, cars I never purchased. So it can get really bad, you guys.
To prove that you're you.
To prove that you're you. So I'm still a little bit in shock, and I've saved most of this. You might not notice, Erica, until after this event. Because it's going to be so intensive. I put it off to think about it after the event. But I know I've got a lot of, police reports in writing, because they said I had to write to each of the credit bureaus personally and send them my proof, which is my, I guess my birth certificate, my marriage license, my social, all of this stuff. Like, it's so inconvenient that having someone like Erica in place I can't even put a value on how important it is to have someone like that in place before this ever happens to you. Like, if I would have had something in place for identity theft or my credit, or even just paid attention, then it probably wouldn't have gotten so far out of control.
Yeah, so that's a great thing. I guess before you wrap this up, because I see a few other people joined the call, but for anyone, I would recommend getting a credit freeze. And this way, if there's any activity in regards to your Social Security number, they're going to reach out to you to verify that it's actually you who is doing the transaction.
Okay. Thank you so much, Erica, and I highly recommend. I'm sure in the Women of Vision and in Black Women Promote, we're going to make sure we have all of her details and her contact information so that you can reach out directly to Erica to get in line for whatever it is that she has to help protect yourself. Because protection is the key word, I think, from right now. Okay. I think people are desperate out there. And if you've got any modicum of credit, they're going to go for it. So having someone to help you with your money and your budget and your insurance and your identity and all of those different things. Yeah, invaluable, truly.
Absolutely. Thanks, Adrienne.
Thank you, Erica. Thank you for everything. So I just wanted to say this. I wanted to thank both Tammy, Erica, Jennifer for showing up tonight. We're going to actually do something tomorrow. I'm hoping I feel better tomorrow, so maybe my face will show. But I hope that you will join us tomorrow when we come back, and we will discuss more and hopefully just have a good old time and laugh and joke about some good positive things. And I just want to thank both of you who are still here with me. Thank you so much for being Women of Vision in 2024. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Okay. So much love to everybody. We will be back tomorrow with more from our Women of Vision. Thank you so much, and many blessings, many blessings. Let's put on some music and we will party on ourselves or right on out. Okay. Much love.